Good afternoon and welcome back to At Home with Elisa. Today I wanted to do my daffodil planting. I'm probably about a month too late. The weather's held us up a little bit. I haven't wanted to plant because I was worried that the plants would rot, so I'll have to monitor the water. But I am doing my daffodil planting today, and I have slightly overcommitted with the number of bulbs that I've purchased this year, but I have to get them underway. So this year I'm actually looking to plant a wide range of bulbs, but daffodil is what we're concentrating on today. I have a few different varieties that I'm looking to plant. Some of the varieties I covered in my spring bulbs and autumn goals video, and they are the King Alfred, Greg's Favourite, Precocious, and I recently ordered again, and I ordered some Replete. And Replete is one that I've wanted to try for a little while, so I can't wait to get those into the ground and see what they look like. They've got a beautiful blush colour, which I'm hoping to introduce into the garden because I'm very big on that sort of colour. But I do love the bright yellows as well, so come spring you just want something nice and bright and cheery. So I've already got my pots ready. I am using black plastic pots, which you are not supposed to use, so not supposed to use black plastic pots. Reason being that our climate can be too hot for black plastic pots. However, I wanted to give it an experiment. I'm thinking that if I like the look of them, the way I'm going to arrange them, next year I might get some terracotta pots and stick the black ones inside it. I follow Claus Dalby on Instagram, and he is the master of container gardening. He's actually published books on it, that sort of thing. So most of his pots are actually staggered, so he does a beautiful display where he has staggered levels of pots, and he does like daffodils. It does a lot of tulips. I'm a little bit in too much of a hot climate to have success with tulips, so I'm adjusting it to daffodils and some other bulbs that I have. But the scheme that I'm going for is a yellow and white scheme. I do have some plants already that I can try and intermingle, and they are white, and I've also just put some potted colours, so some pansies and violas to go in with it as well. So I'm working on those yellow daffodils, the sweet alyssum, just lots of yellows and whites is going to be my colour scheme. And I'm hoping to have my staggered shelving set up in front of my greenhouse. So the greenhouse hasn't been constructed as yet. In 2 weeks time we've actually diarised it so that we can get that greenhouse up and running, because we desperately need it. I've actually hidden them from view, but I have a lot of pots on the ground behind me, and I'm sure my husband would like to have them off the deck. So I'm just not going to put them into the garden because of how much rain we've been having. So getting a nice greenhouse up and running would be fantastic. So either side of my greenhouse, I'm hoping to have like the fence line will continue to go in. I'll have the greenhouse, but either side as the fence line goes in, I should have some staggered pots elevated on wood, and just beautiful pots. As I said, I'll just be using the black plastic ones this year. If it's any good and I like the look of it, I'll look at investing in terracotta pots for around them for next year, and I might change it up throughout each season, work on different colour schemes. So it's something that I saw and I was really inspired, and I couldn't wait to give it a go. So I'm just adjusting it for our climate and for the plants that I can grow here. So I've already got my soil and my pots ready. I went down to our garden and got a whole heap of just plastic pots, and I picked up some of our existing soil, which I'm just looking to reuse and refresh. I'm adding Garden Basics potting mix to it, Garden Basics organic compost, and also I have Rich Grow mushroom compost. So I've added it all together, put it into a big tub, mixed it all up, and I've actually already put it into some of the pots, and I'm ready to get planting. So the first bulbs that I'm going to be planting today are called Replete. They are one that I've had my eye on for a little while, so I'm very excited to get my hands on those. And I actually purchased them from Urban Veggie Patch. Lee is reasonably local to me. She's not far from here, and she's just started her own business where she is selling bulbs, corms, seeds, all types of flowers. So I'm just about to partake in a challenge as well. She's got a bearded iris challenge coming up. So I love bearded iris. They're one of my favorites. So I'm very keen to partake in that. But I am planting daffodils today, so I need to stay focused. So we'll plant those daffodils now, and I'll show you how I go about planting them. This is how the bulbs come. That's classed as one. As you can see, this is the main bulb, but this one here, you can actually break it off, and that classes as another one. So I have some 15 centimeter pots here. Those 15 centimeter pots, they recommend to only plant 4 bulbs in that 15 centimeter pot because you don't want to crowd them out too much. So I have my soil at the right level and I'm about to start planting. So that's my soil level there. I just have it about halfway up this pot, and I'm just going to pointy side up. That's where your flower is going to come from. That's where your roots are. You can actually see the roots there. Position them just snugly, nicely into the soil, just like that. So I've just finished potting up the daffodil replete, and I just wanted to show you, I've just topped it up with that soil mixture I was telling you about with the compost and the mushroom compost as well. And I've just planted, I started little nasturtiums from seed. They're a real buttery yellow colour, so again, going back to that theme that I have going with the yellows and the whites. So they're just a buttery yellow colour nasturtium that I started from seed. So I'm very excited to have that growing. So I'm going to keep these up here on the deck because I am a little bit concerned about the rain. The weather that we're having in New South Wales is absolutely crazy, and I don't want to drown them. Daffodils can rot very easily, so I will keep these up on the deck here. My husband's gonna love it. I will have these up on the deck, and that way I can keep a control over them. I'll just give those a liquid feed once a week. I do have fish emulsion that I use, and I also use, we have a worm farm, so I use some worm poo tea. So I'll use both of those and give those a liquid feed once a week, and then they should be fantastic come springtime. So that is just one type. Oh, and most important thing, which I always forget, name tag. So I'll pop that into the plant. So that's 5 bulbs down, about another 350 to go. Don't worry, I won't show you all that 350 because it would drive you crazy, but I will be doing 350 bulbs. I actually think I may have more than that, so slightly over ordered. And now I will plant my next lot of bulbs, and they are from Tesla. Tesla is an Australian company, family owned I believe, and they supply a lot of bulbs, which I do get a lot of my supplies from them. So again, looks like a double. Can break it off gently. Nope. We might leave that one, it's not pulling apart easily, but as you can see the roots at the bottom here, that'll be a baby. So at some point that one will stop flowering and this one will keep going. So as I was saying, Tesla are a family owned company, and I do get a lot of my bulbs from them. This one that I've ordered is actually one that I've grown previously, and it's called Greg's Favourite. I'll show you a picture of that because I had it in my garden last year and it was just beautiful. I absolutely loved it. So I swore to myself that next year I would definitely make it sure I get some more. So planting out Greg's Favourite now. finished planting all of the daffodil bulbs that I wanted to show you. I do, however, have another mixed bag of bulbs that I will plant myself. I'm not really sure what they are. They weren't labelled properly. I had them from last year and I stored them over, and yeah, I probably should have labelled them. And I also purchased, just in a bulk group of bulbs, I purchased some more daffodil bulbs. They're just mixed, so they could be all different varieties. I'm not entirely sure what they are, so I'll plant those up as well. But I wanted to show you what I finished up with today. I'm losing light quickly, so I just wanted to show you exactly what I had planted up for you today. So over here I have the King Alfred, I have some Precocious, some Greg's Favourite, more King Alfred this side. That one's a Greg's Favourite as well. Thankfully I labelled. Some King Alfred. Oh, we got lots. Some more Greg's Favourite, and that one's the Replete. So as you can see, I've planted up quite a few. I just will finish off those other ones off camera. And as you can see, this is why I need to get the greenhouse up and running. It's getting a little bit crazy. So thank you so much for joining me today while I planted out my daffodils. They are something that I absolutely look forward to after going through winter, and when they pop up, I'm always so happy that they're there, and I always want more and more and more. Every year I swear to myself that I'm going to get more and more. So I'm very happy with the varieties that I've tried. I'm excited for that mixed lot of daffodils as well, so I'd love to see what comes up in those. That'll be really pretty. And just a reminder, if you're in Australia, do not plant your daffodils in black plastic pots. I know I did it. I don't think I'll regret it, but you never know. But they say not to, but with the weather the way that it's been, I'm probably more likely to get them rot than I am to actually have them overheat and not flower. So I'm running the risk, and then I'll work on it from next year. And just with the daffodils that I've got planted now, when you plant them, don't actually water them until you see growth start to appear. Just natural rainfall is enough. So we wouldn't start fertilizing or anything like that until I actually see growth come up. I will just put a little bit in because I've planted those violas and nasturtiums and stuff on top. But as I said, like just natural rainfall, normal natural rainfall, not New South Wales natural rainfall, because that's not natural. But normal natural rainfall is enough. So I will just keep them up here on the deck so that I can control the water. And then once they actually do start to get quite a bit of growth on them, that's when I'll start fertilizing them. And hopefully come springtime I should have some fantastic blooms. So I'm very, very excited. So thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, or you have liked this video, please consider subscribing, and until next time, I will see you then. Thank you.